Welcome back to Night Mind, friends. And welcome back to the artist of our exploration tonight, Alex of Alex Archives, whose creator journey with us began in Ted's Caving Journal, the video edition, naturally. To all those who don't know, Ted's Caving Journal was an incredibly well-done found footage take on one of the longest-standing internet horror tales, long before creepypasta was a term online. Tonight, however, we've come back to Alex's channel for an original early vlog-style horror mystery that's like nothing else I've seen in the format. Early 2000s YouTube, found footage, mystery, monsters, and a lot of audio richness in the work to give you all the right chills. And to that end, delivering on the audio front tonight is an old friend, our video sponsor, Raycon. Making a comeback with a fresh new attitude is very much a September feeling, and Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic are doing just that. Upgraded with active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity to pair two devices at once, and a quick charge function to give you 90 minutes of playtime on 10 minutes of charge, Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic are as ready to set the soundtrack to autumn as you are. A lot of you are getting in plenty of movement, be it going to the gym, walking across campus, or working on projects, and I'm no different. Autumn is the busiest time for a horror host, and having 32 hours of battery life with the Everyday Earbuds Classic case means I can keep my October prep music going as I'm tromping through the woods with a camera to get footage, or just getting in a meditative walk to stay mentally sharp. That makes the active noise cancellation feature deeply helpful, and I imagine a lot of you students will need that audio isolation in busier environments. Raycon's quality rivals the big premium audio brands at half the price, easy on a student's budget, and equipping you with the depth of sound and total playtime hours you need to be a force of nature in autumn. You can come back in style with the new Everyday Earbuds Classic now. Click the link in the description box, or go to buyraycon.com/nightmind to get 20% off site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/nightmind. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video and delivering superb sound in our investigations. Now, as mentioned, tonight's topic, Hollow Birds, is not the first offering by Alex Archives. There is a playlist for Ted's Caving Journal, which makes for an awesome found footage movie night, and I've placed a link in the video description below. I do recommend watching if you're interested, and I have our night examining the ins and outs of the project story and impact available on Nightmind to play after. And naturally, the playlist for Hollow Birds, another complete series, is also in the video description. As it is the subject of the night, I urge you to watch that first. An easy movie experience. It's only about an hour and 17 minutes. And if you'd like, its Q&A and bloopers are included at the end of the playlist, not part of the runtime. Even if you don't watch it now ahead of my video, consider pulling it up later for a viewing party with friends, family, a partner. Giving a creator their views on the source material always helps and supports them. If you do it now, you'll be a lot more aware in the elements I examine. I'll give you a moment. Go ahead, check out Hollow Birds, and then return to me. Did you enjoy your experience? Delightfully done, wasn't it? Come on then, let's examine how the horror was made. Episode 1, New Teeth, first published on July 12 of 2024. Introduces us with a delightful flashback. A DVD screensaver, bouncing from corner to corner, and establishing the time period this footage took place before giving any sort of date. Warning: viewer discretion is advised, and a question is shown in the top left. Buyer? A reminder doubles down on the idea presented there. The following footage displays the first recorded case of a supposed successful conversion. Buyer's consideration is advised. The top element now labels the footage property of T Chemical. We're entering a DVD composed by a seller, an important detail to remember as events unfold. What are they selling? A subject labeled Exhibit 10. November 21st, 2007. Makes sense why the DVD format is being utilized. The video opens in grainy 4:3 aspect ratio with a first-person perspective of someone driving down a dark road. Must be digital camera, just ahead of 16:9 scale popularity. A voice over a walkie-talkie sets our scenario, stating there was a security guard found knocked out near the northeast corner of the park. Subject was last seen wearing a purple top headed towards the SCT site. All personnel are to apprehend the subject, not to kill. The driver steps out of the vehicle, and after a bit of fumbling with the locked gate, gets on the trail. A fair amount of walking takes us into the woods as the employee begins the search for the missing subject. Unsure what sort of subject they're looking for besides mention of a purple top, we don't know what to make of that noise. The employee begins to slow down their pace and reaction, and our attention focuses along with his. Nearby, lights are showing, signs of activity from other employees searching the woods. Our cameraman continues on and encounters their co-worker in a high-visibility vest. Soon enough, we come across some form of enclosure, but still no sign of what they're after. The sound begins to pick up more consistent background noise, with the wind blowing louder. As the employee comes across a broken paved walkway, he begins to slow down. The employee runs through the woods, hunted. We don't know what we've just witnessed, but he's heard and seen enough of it, as well as his co-worker's remains. While we have plenty to discuss about that intro, we'll catch the last frame first. It's a glimpse of a newspaper cutout reading, "Where Monsters Roam, a different kind of game park." Running back the chapter select on our DVD, let's enjoy the sight of our first victim of the series, a mangled body with their arm noticeably twisted unnaturally, and a purple top. The monster is not our subject. The body on the ground is, immediately subverting expectations. It's dragged away as the attacking creature growls, mixed with a long, scraping sound. As the first major hit for a scare, it's well done, with a long walk leading up that gives us a moment or two of tension to remind us a threat is out here, but allows us to sit back with it in false comfort seeing other employees in the search. Notice how, moments later, that nearest employee is used to elevate the terror very effectively, only the rapidly waving flashlight and screams giving us insight on what's happening to them. It doesn't take long to catch sight of their remains, cut in half with the torso laying on the ground, an awesome and impactful effect. The employee's shock trains ours to the situation, allowing the second significant hit as the monster approaches, giving us a glimpse. Again, that odd sound of its movement is heard, similar to that of stones sliding against one another. The escape sequence ensues, with the employee nearing the car and making the foolish decision to slow down and look at their surroundings. Camera placement, audio, and practical effects work here is excellent. A massive pair of jaws lunges from the darkness and lifts the employee in the air. They twitch for just a moment before going still, crunched in half. the lower dropping to the ground. Blood oozes in a trail towards the camera as the monster leaves us to stare at the aftermath, hearing a moment of its odd rough sliding amidst wind chimes. Interesting. One of my favorite things about Alex as a creator is the control and execution. He's well aware of pacing, tension, priming, and the restraint that allows execution of scares to strike deeply without overdoing anything. It's a skill set that's evident in Ted's Caving Journal, and that experience is very much at work here, now showing up in more in-your-face moments. New Teeth is exactly what it needs to be. Mysterious, scene-setting, tension-building, and just the right amount of indulgent and bloody. Do we have questions? You bet. And with an opening this effective, we're going to sit down and watch for them. The next video in the series, Log 1 Drawings, comes with this description. 2:01 a.m. Anyone know what this could be? The video opens to a young man sketching out something on a piece of paper.
Hey Anna, here's today's drawing. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'll send pictures. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. Still struggling to sleep. Anyways, I hope you had a nice day today. Yeah, I love you. Bye.
This is a short video, but introduces new questions, as well as a main character. The note at the end of the video is written by R, telling us this could possibly be drawing number 65, but the captions tell a different story, saying 56. Alongside R, we have the unheard character he addresses, Anna. His claim that this one was pretty bad leaves us wondering what he's referencing. A nightmare, perhaps? The drawing itself is pretty monstrous, like some kind of branch with an eye in the middle. Telling Anna he loves her puts R in a very close position to her, though we'll need to see what that relationship is. Next up, Log 2 Drawings Updates.
Okay, I know you're not gonna like this, but I may have uploaded the last video to this broadcasting site called YouTube, and some people actually responded to the video of the drawing. So I kind of wanted to just show you that I'm sorry. So I don't know if you've ever used YouTube, Anna, but it's essentially the site where you can upload a video and people can just watch it and say stuff. So yeah, let's see what they said. The first one is trash camera quality. Okay.
You can't get more real and dedicated than that. From the entire mock-up of the site to his explanation of what YouTube is, including timely Easter eggs like Smosh and Evolution of Dance, Alex transports us to the past of our setting. There's even a fun inclusion of an episode of Ted's Caving Journal, Floyd's Tomb.
Sorry my Blackberry isn't good enough for you. Someone else asked, what is this drawing from? Looks cool though. Someone thinks the drawing is cool. Thanks for the nightmare, Feel.
Before you get to putting in the link, don't bother. Like many other forms of media from the past, you won't be finding anything at BlackBerry. This is an old error code for when images aren't found when playing a video.
I know you asked for an update last week. Nothing's changed. It's still just something watching me. That new medicine you sent is kind of helping, but drawing definitely still works the best. Yeah, that's about it. I'll send a picture of last night's drawing to you just now. Anyways, hope you're having a good day. Call you later. Bye.
R's update to Anna leans more to the idea that he's drawing and sharing his nightmares. There's also the direct mention of new meds she sent him that are helping, but not so much with a feeling of being watched. No explanation yet on his precise situation or relationship to Anna, but the new information draws more of our curiosity. The end of the video brings us the latest drawing, and some audio. This image is more haunting. A nightmare of fangs, for sure, and a reptilian sort of head leaning over a wall. Besides the drawing, there's a touch of breath, light bird song, and a loud knock at the door. Log 3. Old pictures. August 13th, 2007. R seems to be moving around some items in a hurry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. Sorry for calling a bit early today.
No, it's not a problem.
Yeah, so, a guy came knocking yesterday, delivering some boxes. He didn't say where he was from, even though I asked. He said I should call you. So do you know anything about that?
Yeah. It's our old stuff from Nurturing Souls.
Our children's home?
Yeah, they closed down a few weeks ago, and they called me asking if we wanted our old things. And I gave them the house's address, and I forgot all about it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, you can just put them somewhere for now, and I'll unpack them when I get home next month.
No, I can unpack them. I've kind of already started.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Because you really don't have to. I know that, like, you don't have the best of memories from the
I know.
No, that'll be fine.
Yeah, no, sure, I'll do that right now.
Find anything interesting?
Not really. Just some of our old, like, documents and books and stuff. I think this is my old kids' drawings. Damn, I forgot about this. There's some of our old clothes, some of our old toys as well. Here's your old cowboy hat that you used to wear all the time.
Oh, please keep that. Please keep it for me, please.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll probably give some of this stuff a clean though, because it's all kind of dirty and dusty.
Yeah. Well, thanks for getting the boxes and
Yeah,
everything.
it's not a problem.
Anna and R sound like they're siblings, and R has been going over items from when they lived in a children's home, Nurturing Souls. As he sorts the box throughout the conversation, he's clearly uncomfortable, a reaction Anna anticipated he'd have. Things feel very human and personal here, as if we shouldn't be listening in, and the multiple camera glitches almost seem to agree. Now, our first thought might be that something malevolent is causing these issues. We see that pretty often in our investigations. But there's a more likely reason for the glitches here: faulty hardware. As we saw in the previous video with the BlackBerry video code error, this equipment is not reliable, and the start of this video included an old date that suddenly changes. October 22nd, 1994. R even comments while fumbling with the camera that it still works. It may have come in the box from Nurturing Souls. After hanging up with Anna, R continues dealing with the boxes and their contents, examining some items on camera, and comes across an old DVD, a change of pace from the usual discovery of a lost VHS tape. Come on, pick up.
Hey, sorry,
Hey.
I'm a bit busy right now. I'll call you later.
No. Did you get the pictures I sent you?
Listen, I really can't talk right
Yeah,
now.
Anna, did you get the pictures I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Listen, this is exactly why I didn't want you looking for our old stuff in the first place.
Anna, why don't I remember this?
We've been through this before. You dissociate.
No, okay, then what do you remember?
Now is not the right time.
No, you're in the pictures, please, just tell me. Anna, please.
I'm sorry, okay?
Anna, please.
I really can't talk right now.
No, just tell...
Look, I will call
Anna.
you later, okay?
Anna.
More insight comes to us about the situation from these two scenes. It feels like R forgot the camera was on as he watched back part of the DVD. He certainly seemed happily nostalgic about what he was watching. At first. His reactions are quite emotional when he's alone and during his subsequent call with Anna, desperate to get her reaction to photos he sent along, and an answer to why he can't remember. Her remarks, that they've been over this and he dissociates, gives us a glimpse of the situation regarding his mental health and requiring medication. Immediate impressions from the whole scenario, nostalgic viewing of footage from a box of things from a children's home, conversations with a family member who is most likely his sister, comments about his potential discomfort going over the items, is that R is carrying some traumatic grief regarding their parents. A series of family photos flash by that include Anna's hat, confirming her as the sister. My son's 7th bestest birthday, October 17th, 1994, reads the last frame. The date of the tape in this camcorder was just a few days after that. Is there still footage from October 1994 on here? Or on a tape in the box? Interesting element from these photos too, that false crocodile in the background, as if they're at some sort of attraction for his birthday. That's another count for reptilian teeth so far, and our third if you consider the monster in the first video. The mystery aside, let's observe here how much vlogstyle is doing what it often does best for unfiction projects. Personalization and a sense of intimacy. Alex continues to show understanding of footage economy, keeping us on track in the narrative. It's pacing tight enough to deliver beats in timely fashion that keeps our attention. It allows closeness with the characters during emotional moments which build understanding and display that line of story. A vlog is an inherently emotional thing. It's recording yourself, a form of video diary, and so far, we're included in some very private elements of R's life, as well as Anna's. Empathy building is occurring very quickly and organically, with grounds to be believed, including belief of these videos being uploaded during the new frontier of YouTube in 2007. R may not be talking to the audience through the camera, but he is uploading these videos, or a few at least. This may also speak to a desire for a connection outside of his sister, as many people were experimenting with online in the mid-2000s on YouTube. An artist can choose any density of emotion for their characters and story they like, as well as audience proximity. Here, Alex displays a bit stronger density of emotion while keeping audience in the room, but in a position just around arm's length. Ask yourself how this comes across to you in the experience as we venture on. Observe the impact and analyze moments of execution. Moving on to log 4, Burnt Egg, the description reads, "The time had come to give the orphan beaver his freedom. From Patty, Orphan of the Wild." The date is August 23rd, 2007. So, does R seem a little distracted to you, or... Yeah, that preoccupation with material from the children's home is leading his morning. What did he read that caused him to run off to grab another box? The glitches get heavier and heavier until the egg looks as if it's about to catch fire. Soon enough, R snaps to attention, moving the pan from the flame, then running to the bathroom to rinse his burnt hand. He follows up by taking some pills, perhaps the new med he discussed with Anna. Maybe for the emotional state that led to the egg burning, or one that came right after. In the next sequence, R takes some time to visit a neighborhood dog very familiar with him as he's almost always home. She's dirty and covered in what looks like mud, a house hopper. It's a bit of levity and personalizing, just to break that ad's character. Did you catch that? Run it back and listen closely. The sound of stone scraping and a hand emerging from the shadows. This is exactly what we saw in the first video of the series. What the hell was that noise at the end, waking him up? Listen to that again. Like some kind of animal roar, as if played from a toy. No indication in the scene where that came from. Cut to the bathroom, and all seems fine as he brushes his teeth, until blood pours into the sink.
Hey, I know we didn't leave things off well last week, but I'm just calling to ask, if you, that medicine you gave me, did it have any sort of side effects? Cause, well, recently when I've been brushing my teeth, my gums have started bleeding a little, which is not great, I'll be honest, but, yeah, I just want to ask if, if that's a thing. Maybe your work has dental. But don't stress, I am fine. I'm okay. Yeah. I also forgot to tell you I found Mum's old camera. It was in one of those boxes. The one she used to take with her everywhere we went, all the time. I found pictures of us, of that time we went to the Ferris wheel and we got stuck at the top because the power went out. Well, there was that time that we went to that old museum and you were so excited and you ran into the front of a cannon, knocking out your front tooth. And there was blood everywhere. But I just, those pictures, and, they, my nightmares have gotten worse, and I'm starting to see them. It's all just becoming a lot more intense right now, and I could really use someone to talk to, so if you find time, please call me back.
Vlog-style meeting moments of just letting the camera run are doing a lot for this project, especially in scenes like this. One of the most personalizing experiences yet. R is vulnerable and seeking comfort even as he reminisces. It's worrying what he's going through, not just in the picture of his mental health and isolation, but the sudden gush of blood while brushing. His nightmares grow worse with the line, "I'm starting to see them," and we can only assume he means their parents. Reflecting on the story of the time he and Anna were at the museum and how she lost her front tooth is an interesting directorial choice. For Anna, it was a matter of losing baby teeth by accident. For R, well, we don't know exactly what's occurring, but we remember the first episode here was titled New Teeth. What exactly is that medication he's on, by the way? It's not been made known to us. R comforts himself watching a video from the childhood DVD, his mother singing to him. Just before the end drawing, a dark image flashes for a frame with words you can just make out. "But Grandma, what big teeth you have." This time the drawing is old, torn down the middle with both characters' faces crossed out, one dragging the other along, unconscious. Behind a tree, there's a sign. Last word is park. What did a younger R mean by this? And was it the park that he and Anna visited? Log 5 follows, titled, A Dream. It's August 28th, 2007. The drawing sits on the table while Alex laughs at old YouTube videos. Definitely a different tone.
Hey, so I know you haven't been able to answer the phone recently, but I know you have been seeing the videos, so I thought I'd just make one quickly. I've been watching a lot of these funny videos by these two guys called Smosh, and well, I find them really funny. They make like these comedy sketch videos, but I don't know if it's your kind of humor. Anyways, it gave me an idea. I know you've been worrying a lot about me recently, and I just want to say that I'm fine. I'm doing good, and yeah, I think I finally found something that I really want to try and do. I know it sounds stupid, but I thought that I could also try and make cool videos, you know, like maybe I can do something with the drawing and then make like funny sketches, you know. I think that'd be a really cool idea. I know it does sound stupid, but yeah, it's something I really want to try to do for once. So yeah, that's honestly, that's about it. So see ya.
That's a happily drastic turn in the opposite direction. R is in a good mood, excited at the idea of using his creativity in the new online landscape. What a way to provide an extra layer of realism to a project and illustrate the moment in time too. In 2007, Smosh and YouTube were very different to anything we know now. Back then, this platform gave exactly the kind of anything goes frontier optimism that he's on. A world of opportunity for anyone to break into the spotlight with their own original and quirky ideas. His character would just be one of the many who would post themselves online, which we've seen him do in the past, uploading his own videos and interacting with the comments. At the end of this video, we do remember this is a horror series. Log 6, Nightmares, August 29th, 2007, one day after the previous video. Having an entry like this really illustrates the empathetic foothold that has been created thus far. As Alex Archive said during the NM livestream of our original coverage of the series, you have to allow your audience to sympathize for you to truly care. We need to care about the character in some aspect to tell a good story. This emotional connection is required, especially as we get to this entry. We hear the same sounds we heard from the opening entry to the series. We know what's occurring. We've been exposed to it. The scariest part is that he has no idea. Until this shot, this is his first glimpse at the monsters we were first introduced to. No, your eyes don't deceive you. That is a triceratops. Impossible, but it's there, in the dark. Not front and center and clear to see either. Its obscurity only makes it more frightening. A news clip sits at the end of the video. On the move, huge scaly monsters have started a long slow, and then cuts. What else awaits us? Log 7 Proof opens up in a unique way. You might even call the style approach ahead of its time. It's days. I haven't slept. It's still outside my house. It only comes out at night. You want proof? We get a flash of the YouTube comment section, confirming that he's the one uploading these videos to YouTube. I'll prove I'm not alone. Miserably alone. My mom's camera got damaged in the last video. I'm getting it fixed. Tonight, I'll prove my nightmare's real. September 1st, 2007.
Hi. Hey, Mom. Uh, it's nice to... I just wanted to say that this is stupid.
R's moment of trying to talk to his mother shows how much his parents are always on his mind. At a crisis point, and faced with a choice, our main character's more emotional side is certainly coming through. The intimacy of this scenario is one of the major strengths of the approach chosen as well, and another example of Alex's excellency in decision-making for what goes on film. We could just go after the proof he mentioned he'll be getting, but pausing to humanize first is an option, and it was taken, and I would say to great effect. R goes to wait outside in the dark, saying whatever's around only comes through at night, usually at 1 a.m. In a sit-down moment, he tells us that this thing is what's kept him up for years, and he's responsible for taking his mom. He's called the police, who don't believe him, and he feels like there are no other options left. This goes beyond the unfiction trope of the main character doing something that will put them in harm's way just for the sake of progressing story. This is something he feels he must do. Professional help requires footage, and getting that means taking a risk. People online are watching, and with every upload, the stakes are raised as they demand evidence too. He has pressure to perform on 3 sides: the authorities, his viewers, and himself. One of the most rewarding and strange sequences so far, this footage brings us the familiar sound of stone sliding on stone, and the silhouette also sliding into frame, looking like a triceratops, actually. The camera cuts away, bringing us morning, with R unaware of what's been recorded. The next entry, Hollow Bird, found footage, includes this in the description: property of Thricon Chemical. What was the label on the buyer's DVD at the start? Property of T Chemical, right? And now we have this associated with an entry, starting with footage from R's camera.
Did you call the police 4 days ago?
What? Yeah, I did. The video, did you see?
Why didn't you tell me? Do you know how scared I was?
What? No, why aren't you listening? The video, my nightmare, it's real.
Why didn't you call me? I'm your sister.
Because you never answer your phone. Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're right. You're right, I'm sorry, I'm sorry I haven't been around lately, and I'm sorry I haven't been there for you, but I'm coming home tonight, okay?
Anna,
I'm
no,
coming
it's fine.
home, and I should have never have let you sort through those boxes. It just made things worse, but I will fix that. I'll explain things. I'll explain things. My work, they've been
what?
lying. I know your nightmares are bad, okay? I know.
You don't believe me.
But it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Ray.
Freeze. There's information to gain from Anna's call. The idea of her work potentially lying about something, R's nightmares not being his fault. But look right there. Purple shirt, same as the escape subject. This footage, not posted as a log, is property of the company. Have we been with Exhibit 10 the entire time?
I have a plan. That thing has to come from somewhere, right? So I'm gonna follow it, and this time I'm gonna make sure to get it on camera. Then I'll go straight to the police.
They killed my mom. I remember now. Those yellow eyes staring at me through the window. My nightmare. My monster.
R provides our first glimpse outside in daylight besides the neighborhood walk. And we have to ask, what are we looking at here? Is there something out there? Or are our eyes playing tricks on us? At his greatest moment of making a choice, we go with him into uncertainty. The sound of scraping stone is familiar to us at the start of the expedition. R is aware of it too, and makes his way carefully through the woods. All signs so far point to a weird, impossible circumstance. The Triceratops, the quick images at the ends of videos, the reptilian imagery all along indicate our monsters are very, very, very old. But why the stone sound? Whatever is happening is stranger than even revived dinosaurs. It must be. And as far as any danger goes, that missing child's shoe makes it clear that there must still be a hazard out here. Alex's use of sound here is another of his skills at play. And in this upload, the 9th in Hollow Birds, we can underline that proper buildup has led to all this activity. Directorial restraint is evident and done its work.
Anna?
Who are you?
Anna, I did it. I got my nightmare on camera. History.
There's something outside the house.
What?
It's yellow eyes are just staring at me.
That's not possible.
I'm so sorry.
Anna?
I thought I was helping you.
Anna?
Old cowboy.
Anna! Hey! Help! 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 Yeah, call 911. My sister, she's been hurt.
As always, there are some sequences that are so good, you just don't interrupt. Our payoff has arrived in full. Confirmation of dinosaurs, but in the strangest way. Stock still, like statues, yet active when ready to attack. A pair of jaws like we'd seen in the first video, and the head of a triceratops go by as R runs. Anna screams as glass breaks after seeing a pair of yellow eyes watching her through the window, just as in her brother's nightmares. And if they're all strangely still, and associated with a stone scraping sound, the triceratops movement during our stakeout makes a touch of sense, even if we don't understand it yet. Hollow birds. Dinosaurs now classified as an extremely early ancestor of birds. Are they living statues? Like gargoyles? A sign noting a park from one of R's childhood drawings, a crocodile statue in one of his photos. Hollow birds may be a story in which the manufactured monsters in a theme park site come alive. Remember the clippings at the end of early videos? Where monsters roam, a different kind of game park. The date of this video is September 8th, 2007. The first entry to the series was November 21st of the same year. So much is unaccounted for, and we haven't even made it to the first night witness in the series yet. But we have encountered a high-visibility vest employee, knocking out our main character, who might be the subject of a medical study we don't know anything about. Under what circumstances did Anna pass R his new meds? And for what reason did she say her work has been lying? What does Thricon Chemical do? And why do they label this footage for buyers? Entry 10 of the series, Schrodinger's Monster, begins Act 2 of Hollow Birds. In the description, you'll find this. In autumn, 1. Am I not? 2. I am not. The video opens with the fan-favorite DVD logo bouncing, then attempted play. We're warned that the footage contains disturbing material, and a mid-2000s PSA Easter egg flashes, glitches occur, and then an info drop hits. The copyright proprietor has licensed the DVD including audio for buyer use only. All other rights are reserved. Additionally, the definition of buyer pertains to the benefactors of the SCT project. Any unauthorized copying, editing, exhibition, etc. is strictly prohibited. This DVD is not to be exported, distributed, and/or sold by way of trade without proper license from Thricon Chemical. There's our mention of buyers again, and Thricon Chemical. Benefactors of the SCT project is new. Projects, taco subjects, a bunch of attack-ready dinosaur statues. The puzzle's about to come together. It's so close. We open to August 9th, 2007. And here's a jackpot. Several videos on one DVD, with the company logo in the bottom right incorporating a DNA strand. Dates and times run from 1993 to 2007. We see a photo of R under videos 1 and 4. The middle two appear to have a creature hidden just out of sight as the thumbnail, with one titled H. Stoop.
Who are you?
My name is Shelley. I'm here to help you. You don't believe me. I see. Well, I was going to talk to you about your sister, but since you are not in the mood, I guess I'll try.
Is she okay?
Yes, she's fine. Now, the police say they found you passed out in the bushes outside of your house. Is that true?
No, I didn't pass out. I was knocked out.
Okay. Can you remember by who? Okay.
Look,
It's okay if you can't remember. We can come back to that. Now, you said you were running, correct? Okay. Can you remember why you were running? Were you running from something?
What didn't the police tell you?
They said you sounded delusional when you woke up. They said you saw dinosaurs?
Monsters. But why are you smiling? Is something funny to you?
These monsters. Can you describe them to me?
Listen, I had a camera with me. I filmed everything. You don't have to ask me. It should all be
The
on there.
police didn't find a camera.
What?
The police searched everywhere. They did not find a camera.
That's not possible. I filmed it. I know I did. Someone must have taken it. I promise I filmed it.
I believe you. It's possible that it can still turn up. Can I ask you one last question?
Sure.
When you were found, you showed symptoms of severe sleep deprivation. Can I ask why that was?
I have nightmares, so I struggle to sleep sometimes.
I see. Well, thank you for your time. I think that's enough for now. I apologize in advance, but you will have to stay here for the next few days as the police continue their investigation.
Wait, what about my sister?
She sustained rather serious injuries and is under medical surveillance, just to be safe. I'm sorry. But you will be able to visit her soon.
Okay, thanks.
If you need anything, I'm here to help. Now get some rest. Sounds like you need it.
Anna must have been working for Thracon, and they're well aware of what's happening. Our situation is immediately apparent. A prisoner, about to be classified as a patient in their SCT program. As for Anna's fate, unclear. The change in medium is an appreciated switch, and DVD menu as a platform too. It occurs to me now to ask, why aren't more artists doing this? DVD is a more known format in the childhood of plenty on fiction creators, and mock-up work for menus and play with all of its features, like hidden buttons, seems rather easy, doesn't it? Kind of a natural fit. Good on Alex for doing this. It's definitely fresh. The video selection moves on to the second entry, H. Stoop.
The show. That's why I am here. Your company isn't afraid of the moral repercussions my research would entail. But that's besides the point. I can tell you are just as curious, or you wouldn't have asked for me. You seek knowledge and wisdom as I once did, and I hope that my wishes can be met with gratification as you so deem.
From June 6, 1993, huh? The warning of a scientist to a company, deaf ears, madness and hindsight ensues, involving dinosaurs. Classic narrative, especially for anyone messing around with DNA. Is the inspiration for Hollow Birds getting clearer? Proper accolades to Alex for interacting with the concept in such a novel way. This is a perspective and approach I don't believe anybody's taken. On to video 3.
So, the police found these in your home. Can you tell me what they are?
They're drawings.
Of?
My nightmares.
Now these nightmares, are they the same things you were running away from that night of the attack?
Yes, and they weren't nightmares, they were real.
I see.
Listen, if you don't believe me, then what attacked my sister?
We are still trying to figure that out.
Have you found my camera yet?
What camera?
What, the one I told you about?
We still haven't found it.
Can I see my sister yet?
Almost. I promise. Another 2 or 3 days, and she should be good to see visitors. She is struggling to cope with what happened.
It's my fault. She was just trying to help. She always tries to help. Should have been there.
And where were you?
But are we done for today?
Just about. One last question, if I may. Were you seeing these nightmares?
Monsters.
Sorry. Were you seeing these monsters while you were awake?
Yes. Yes, that's what I was trying to get on camera.
I see. Well, thank you for your time. I'll keep you posted on any updates regarding your sister, okay?
Thank you.
You're a good brother. You know that?
What did you say?
You care about your sister. That's good. I'll talk to you soon.
October 9th, 2007. This is just 2 days after R's first interview. Fascinating to see the drawings that didn't end up on camera until now. They suggest more monstrous creatures in the wild than we've been seeing.
This won't work. Trust me, I have tried. All you get is a shell living off a corner's eye at best. We have to think younger. Conversion as they grow, that way it can stabilize in adulthood. I've written a proposal for her. I need you to convince her to say yes.
Human experimentation is no surprise at this point. Adult trials are failing, so they have to go younger. And there's a woman who needs convincing in running trials on younger subjects. In 1994, is a chilling realization coming over you.
It's been 4 days. You said I could talk to her.
I told you, the police just have some final questions. Once they're done, both of you can go home.
Fine. But she's okay now, right?
You really care about her, don't you?
Yeah, she's all I have.
Do you mind if I ask what happened to your parents?
It was just us and my mom.
And what happened to her? I see. Well, in other news, we managed to find your mother's camera.
Really?
Yes, it was a little damaged, but we are in the process of restoring what was on the memory card.
That's great. Then you'll see the monsters.
Yes, we'll see the monster. But for now, I recommend that you get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a big day.
Oh no! She pulled the plug. Not after how far I've come. And for what? Motherly instincts. Please. If our children knew what she's done, she'd be a monster. I have a plan. But I need you to promise me something first.
Go ahead and confirm that dread you sensed before. It's staring us in the face now. R, Anna, and their mother were all wrapped up in the company and its experiments. Anna ended up working for them, and both she and her brother are very likely test subjects for whatever DNA work they're doing. So now's the fun part. Are they the recipients of a successful attempt at hybridizing in some form? Mother consented to an experimental treatment on them that would have made her into a horror too, bodily changes or not.
How are you feeling today?
Fine.
Just fine? You finally get to see your sister.
Yeah. I know. It's just, I was thinking, yesterday, you said the police found my mom's camera, right?
Yes.
I see.
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing. I just, I really want to go home, you know?
What's the rush?
Nothing. So, where's Anna?
You know, speaking of your mother's camera, we finally saw what's on it.
Really? That's great. So you saw the monsters?
Yes, we saw the monster.
Okay, great. Can I see Anna now?
What do these images mean to you?
How did you get those?
They were on the camera.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. Old family photos of you and your sister next to dinosaur statues.
Those aren't dinosaurs.
Yes, they are.
No, they're monsters.
No, they aren't. When we
Where's
found
Anna?
you were outside your house, severely sleep-deprived, hallucinating dinosaur statues
Where's Anna?
from your childhood while your sister
Where's
was
Anna?
trying to help you.
Where's Anna?
She's dead!
No. No.
Your lack of sleep, combined with the nightmares, caused you to dissociate.
I didn't.
You killed her.
I wouldn't.
The only monster was you.
There's a lot you can say at this point about the development for Hollow Birds. One of the first thoughts that come to me is that this upload allows a breath to be taken for the approach of the series, letting us enjoy the format change while also providing a craving for the way live action is going to return. Reviewing the experience we've just had in the dialogue between R and Shelley, the woman from the company, it makes us question what we've seen, but only for a moment. Where there is, in fact, a phenomenon occurring from the very first upload. R does not have the ability to manipulate that footage. Anna, likewise, was audibly attacked, and R wouldn't have manufactured that even if he'd been editing videos this entire time to deceive early YouTube viewers, just as the woman from the company is attempting to do with him. Make R question his sanity. As the clip ends, the patient's status changes from TBD to successful. Successful with what? Another clip is introduced, December 8th, 2007.
DNA trials? No, Shelley. There's a step before that that's more important. To be able to convert the soul, you need to break their psyche. And in order to do that, well, there is nothing more painful to the human mind than a great and sudden change.
Homer Stoop's image here changes into that of a monster, like he's turning into a dinosaur. Now we understand what it means to be a successful patient. R has suffered a very sudden and horrible moment of grief, allowing the psychological shakeup necessary for treatment. A lot has been answered for us as of now, but the fun of mystery persists in not knowing the nature of the dinosaurs or the details of the DNA trials. Enter Entry 11, Patient 10. The description reads, Property of Thricon Chemical. The following content contains graphic scenes, we're warned, including violence and gore. The following events transpired between September 17th and November 20th, 2007. An information screen comes next, and we're familiar with some of these names, such as the benefactor, project and project leads, Homer Stoop and S. Walton. That's probably Shelley from the previous video. Patient 10 will likely be R. And what is the associated company, Nurturing S? That'd be the children's home, Nurturing Souls. Walton's file is the only video here for now. After selection, we confirm scientist Shelley Walton, a paleogeneticist. That's someone who studies preserved genetic material from ancient organisms. In Shelley's case, it seems she's trying more to recreate that past.
Brought in today. He weighed in at 71.4 kilograms with a height of 173 centimeters. He seemed to be both mentally and physically despondent, allowing for a rather easy transfer for once. As for my role, my name is Shelley Walton, lead scientist and researcher alongside Dr. Stoop in the SCT program. I have been tasked with 1. Documenting and monitoring patient 10 as they undergo the program, while 2. I administer the paleo DNA provided by Dr. Stoop, after which, if any changes do occur, I am to 3. Sample any findings for further study. With that being said, we have yet to see anyone make it past pyretization sickness. Patient 10's only deviance here.
There, pyretization sickness. Pyretization is a fossilizing effect on organic remains, often prehistoric, resulting in a coating of fool's gold. To become fossilized in any fashion under application of dinosaur DNA in hybrid experiments would immediately explain the phenomena in this park. That's why they're statuesque. The dinosaurs were people, and after the change, they're becoming fossils while alive.
Was his unorthodox preparation. So the clock is ticking. For now, I will begin the genetic procedure. A week has passed since patient 10 has come into our care. He weighs in at 71.8 kilograms with a height of 173 centimeters. The extracted aDNA genome from Dr. Stoop's cells, in combination with patient 10's prior medication, allowed for a much higher rate of stabilization post-procedure. He is now transgenic in nature. For those listening, I assure you your concerns for our caution are unwarranted. Our main goal is to increase the success rate of the program, which will hopefully explain the new method of selection for our patients. From a scientific standpoint, our theory should work, yet we keep encountering the same obstacle. Prioritization sickness. At least that's what we call it. So far, patient 10 remains withdrawn. He will be placed in solitary confinement for further study. No symptoms have developed as of yet, and I will continue monitoring for any mutations as the program continues. Oh, and lastly, I've halted the termination for Exhibit 6's debris due to her link to patient 10. It may prove useful.
The Triceratops is a female with a link to R. Anna has only just been attacked. This must be, horribly, their mother, a victim of the experiments she helped design. Back to the feed, we see R sitting upright, humming a song. He's still conscious, but is he still sane?
Another 2 weeks have passed since patient 10 has come into our care. He weighs in at 78.2 kilograms with a height of 177 centimeters. Albeit slower, symptoms are starting to develop. This is evident in his increased physical mass and height, plus the paling of his skin due to the decreased blood flow. How should I explain this? As you probably know, the human body consists of roughly 60 to 70% water. When the aDNA is introduced into a patient, a process akin to pyritization occurs. The patient's cells will start to decay, producing sulfide, which reacts to the iron in the blood, thus forming a substance similar to pyrite. The pyrite will slowly spread throughout the body, firstly replacing the calcium in the bones.
If you needed any more dinosaur confirmation, you got it. Screenshots from Homer Stoop's personal files. According to his research into cardiovascular physiology in animals, dinosaurs could not possibly. And then, king of the flesh-eating predators seizes the neck of a young redacted, tearing at the meat with his hook-like claws.
Some surveillance footage has been brought to my attention, and upon further investigation, we have discovered a mutation. Patient 10 has developed tapetum lucidum in his eyes. Normally found in nocturnal animals, it's a reflective layer of tissue that helps one see in the low light. Humans, characteristically, do not have it. This has also caused sensitivity to bright light. While this development is exciting, and samples will be taken, the pyritization sickness continues to spread. Patches of pyrite have begun piercing his skin, mainly around his arms, chest, back, and face. At this rate of growth, I estimate another 2 weeks at most until patient 10 becomes a fully petrified body, which is why I will attempt to remove any excess growth in hopes of slowing the sickness. I will also begin drafting patient 10's exhibit file soon.
The work done in this upload, with Alex going to great lengths of his own body performance to illustrate R's treatment in captivity and transformation, is impressive enough to warrant immediate recognition. Dedication is a constant in the work, from Ted's caving journal to here, especially when it comes to physical actions, but this is a special focus on showing what's needed for the story, and going for convincing recordings. The framing, too, allows a clinical sense that illustrates Shelley's detachment and reminds us, with horror, that we're witnessing someone we've come to empathize with throughout the project in an experiment subject position, well beyond our reach of assistance. A surgical saw sounds, flesh tears, and R lets out a bone-rattling scream as Shelley makes good on her promise. Entry 5, November 4th. About a week and a half since the last entry, and we see R standing in the corner, his arm bandaged and bleeding. He's gained more weight and height since the last record. Shelley takes a moment here to clarify something at Dr. Stoop's request. Once a patient fully petrifies, they will continue to grow until taking the shape of the genotype their aDNA sample is based on. Shelley does not know what these patients will turn into, as each sample from Dr. Stoop has not been what it has been described to be. More text is shown from the doctor's personal file. But paleontology tends to be rather a long-winded science. You have to wade through an infinite amount of minuscule detail to get any idea of what an animal actually looked like. And the question, what happened to the dinosaurs, has intrigued biologists and paleontologists for many years. Various theories have been advanced, but none has been entirely satisfactory. The aDNA R received may possibly date back to the Cretaceous period. Dr. Stoop is convinced that the solution to get past their setbacks lies within the human soul. Shelley does give pushback against this, but gives in to Dr. Stoop's request and has another interview with R in one last attempt to provoke a response.
How are you feeling? I've been asked to speak with you, if you don't mind. It's about your mother. You know, we had high hopes for you. It took a lot of effort to get you here as you are now. Do you realize that? Your sister, your mother, Homer, we all wanted you to succeed. But you're just another failure. Do you know what this is? It's a type of stone. The same stone growing under your skin. Do you know what this piece is from? No? Well, a certain Triceratops was destroyed that night. Stopped one of our other exhibits from attacking you. Weird, right? You could have saved her, but you had to go out that night. You left her alone to die. And for what? Dinosaurs? Do you know why children love dinosaurs? They're symbolic parents, extraordinary creatures that personify the uncontrollable force of looming authority. Fascinating and frightening, like parents. And you loved them as you loved your sister and your mother. Only a real monster could be capable of killing such a creature. So, will you die to sickness? Or will you show me what you truly are? We are locking patient 10 in isolation until he fully succumbs to the final stage of his sickness. His file will be archived under patient 10 alongside the others in the SCT program. I estimate a growth period of about 2 weeks, after which I will finalize his exhibit status based on his genotype.
It's unknown from this footage if pyridization cost R his right arm. What we can observe here is the voice acting work, which I find quite a match for Alex's work as a director, exercising restraint, control, and intelligence of emotional beats carried with the right air, never leaning too far as to overdo it. The cruelty of the science here is on display in a clinical fashion, even as it delivers emotional payload. R's slow shuffle towards a rock that used to be part of his mother, who saved him, is a uniquely horrific moment.
It's unfortunate. I think we were all hoping for a breakthrough. But Homer Stoop's knowledge failed. All he did was create a broken boy. A broken boy who thinks he's a monster.
Don't you just love a monster escape? And with practical makeup effects too. Delightfully done here, and certainly a new challenge throughout this video. The teeth in the surveillance footage, the hallway scene at the end. The payoff is here, and that's the end of Shelley's interviews. Entry 12, The Park, follows. Description reads, Home. It's November 20th. This entry takes place one day before the first upload of the series. R has breached containment, and we accompany him on his escape from the facility. We come across a familiar enclosure outside while running the grounds. R only examines it for a moment before moving on. That looks so familiar. This has got to be the childhood park. Makes sense of the title for this entry, which, knowing what we know now, begs the question, are these monsters, former patients of the program, or statues? With pyridization, we wouldn't be able to tell, would we? More animal noises whisper out from the dark as R walks on. Other statues, or former test subjects, come out of the dark, standing still. In this circumstance, there's no telling what may or may not be alive. A goosebumps-inspiring sequence for sure as R encounters a statue that isn't, then escapes by leading it right to a pursuing employee. Excellently directed sequence. Utilizing the environment for scares in this fashion is perfect, and the whip movements of the camera in the dark allow for a lot of continuity of tension. As mentioned before, there are just some experiences you don't interrupt. The approach to the Rex and knowledge of what it is from a brief glance immediately primes us to the mystery and the danger. The re-examination slowly revealing it builds the tension and the risk. The focus on the face until the eye shifts, confirming, yes, it's alive, and the chase sequence, all leading to this moment and R dropping from the cliff. That eye movement is so good, and another moment showcasing Alex's ability to scare with restraint. Jurassic Park as a found footage film isn't something we'd get, but this is the closest thing we're receiving. The true star and hero of this series arrives, the neighborhood dog R's been taking care of. She wakes him up, and things seem peaceful, but we know the date and the footage, even in the light of morning. R is up and moving, following the dog to an incredible view. After a beat, he stumbles across a home, the door wide open. Inside are traces of blood, documents. This must be where Anna met her end. In the aftermath of terror and action, we're taken back to the reality of the suffering and horror the people in the story have experienced. This is a family that's been shattered, a human being who's been irreparably transformed, and the awful punchline to the mystery of R's name, Rex. Now, we face our final entry, under that very same title. It's November 20th, 2007, afternoon.
Before you hear this, I just want you to know, Rex, none of this is your fault. You need to know that, okay? Mom worked for a company called Frycorn Chemical. It was a bioengineering facility focused on resurrecting extinct species. Mom, she did things that I know she wouldn't be proud of. And in the end, she did draw the line for us. But it was too late. That day, you were so excited to see the dinosaurs. How could she say no? You were just a boy. But Rex, those weren't dinosaurs. They were people. Your nightmares. They are real. And that day, he took her. But Mom, she never gave up on you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. But then you started getting sick. So I tried to get help. From the only place I knew. If I had known what he was. It was never about dinosaurs. To him, you were always meant to be his afterthought. You are my brother, and I will always be there for you.
Anna's final admission carries us into a sequence of Rex cleaning up and putting on a purple shirt. A song plays over the recording, the one his mother used to sing to him as a child.
Dearest Rex, don't look so blue. Your mom is here to smile for you. Darling Rex, with eyes so blue, your sleepy time is overdue. Fearless Rex, so big and strong, your sister says you do no wrong. So little Rex, go drift away. Your mom is here to keep you safe. So little Rex, go drift away. Your mom is here to keep you safe. Little Rex, go drift away. Your mom is here to keep you safe.
The final image of the series is a man spliced with a dinosaur. But not just any man. This is Prometheus, and he's a character we've been introduced to. Prometheus is an anagram for Homer Stoop. This figure of Greek legend, the titan who stole fire for humanity, was punished for his act. Homer Stoop has been hinted at before as a future transformation subject, and in his dinosaur park, it seems he may become a feature. Does that make Homer Stoop the Tyrannosaurus we've seen, who hunted our rats? Uncertain. The ending, though, does give us the sad and powerful closure a tale like this asks for, with excellent choice of visuals and last information calls answered. Alex Archives delivered a found footage horror of another kind this round. Much more emotionally driven, much more in line with challenge to practical effects and approaches to using skills and applications greater than previous and in new directions. Makeup work is lovingly done here. Formatting ideas are simple yet effective, and evoke a nostalgic horror sense often overlooked by modern creators in favor of tapes. The idea itself is a twisting of a classic story to get a new lens, a new angle of character, and new horror beats. Jurassic Park didn't introduce dinosaurs by injection. Hollow Birds is a wild mad science take on this idea, and the brilliance I've enjoyed most is the little quirk of inspiration that comes from looking at theme park statues like this. It's not alive, but what if it suddenly moved? A project of this nature is difficult to explore with a lot of summary. This is a great thing, a true testament to directorial and writing skill. So much of it feels like an insult to summarize rather than letting the work speak. You've done great. And I often felt it better to just hit play and then highlight the points to enlighten further. Take one more note, creators out there who understand your movies need monsters but you don't necessarily have 3D capabilities or practical effects knowledge. Good camera work and a bit of lighting and direction intelligence can make even stationary items very scary in ease of effort. That's all for tonight, everyone. Thanks to Alex for making Hollow Birds, and congrats on your second full complete series. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Thanks to everyone who's viewed Hollow Birds or will show others, to all of you for watching, and to my YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. As stated in our Night with VHS Tales, you can now support Nightmind for as little as $2 or $3 as a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, which empowers what I do and the Nightmind Index for new and undiscovered unfiction projects. And to those in the $5 tier on either side, exclusive videos will be available soon. Members-only videos on either side will be arriving shortly, detailing my work as a lead writer and director for projects on Villainous, the first season of which is available to watch right now on HBO Max. Your support is very helpful, I'm always grateful, and you can see the names of all the Patreon supporters at the end of this video, with YouTube members shown on the channel itself. Thank you to my editor Moon for the foundation draft of this script and the visual build. And if you'd like some more found footage fun with practical effects and horror, and a cool location to boot, Moon recently completed a short film that he now has live on his channel, Don't Go Alone. The link is in the video description. Thanks for joining me in the dark again this evening. Once more, I'm Nick Nocturne, and like a tune that hums through your memories, you'll be thinking of me again real soon. Until next time, tread lightly around life-size figures done a little too well, refrain from illustrating your nightmares, and sleep tight.